Hari Om. Let us chant Omkara 3 times. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Let us pay our respects to Patanjali Maharshi. Yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram munina patanjalim pranjalim anatosmi nityam harihi om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. Today, we are continuing with our study of Yogasutra. I am a student of Vedanta. I am not a Jnani or Pandita or a scholar. I am studying myself. As part of my study, I am making some notes. I am making it available to you. So this may be useful to you. If there are any mistakes, please forgive me. We are studying Yogasutra with the help of Vyasa Bhashya. Just to recap what we have studied so far, I will do some presentation as a recap. And then we will study Sutra number 16 in chapter 1. So here is a small recap. So, Samadhipada, chapter 1. Definition of yoga as per Sutra number 1.2. Yogaschitta Vritti Nirodha, containing modifications of mental thought patterns, is called yoga. Then we have Samadhi types we discussed. Kshiptam, Moodam, Vikshiptam, Ekagram, and Niruddham. Of these types, only Ekagram and Niruddham is considered Yoga Samadhi as per Vyasa Bhashya. Yoga Samadhi, Samprajnata Samadhi, Vitarkanugat, Vicharanugat, Anandanugat, Asmitanugat, and then there is another type of samadhi called asampragnata samadhi. And there is a vyuthana avastha, which is the normal state after getting up from the yoga samadhi. Vrittis are of 5 types: klishta, aklishta, and then 5 vritti types are pramana, pratyaksha. Pramana is again pratyaksha, direct perception, anumana, inference, agama, scriptural knowledge, viparyeya, which is incorrect knowledge due to defects in sense organs or samskara dosha. Vikalpa, which is, again, there are 2 types, Abhedya, Chaitanyam Purusha. So, basically what happens is, in Vikalpa, you hear something and then you have a different perception. In Nidra, you have knowledge about absence of objects and subject. 3 types of Nidra: Sattva, Rajasic, and Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. Smruti is a remembrance, object plus experience of object. There is 2 types of grahya grahanaka: bhavita smartavya, experience of imagination and dreams; abhavita smartavya, experience of real world in waking state. So this is smruti. Sukha dukkha mohatmika, 5. Sukha anushayi, raga. What is raga? One will get likes after experience of pleasure, sukha. Dukkha anushayi, dvesha. What is dvesha? One will get dvesha, hatred, after experience of dukkha, pain. Moha is attachment, is caused by moha. Attachment is nothing but avidya, ignorance. So these are 5 vritti types. Vrittis: klesha, raga. What are the kleshas, difficulties? Raga, dvesha, avidya, asmita, abhinivesha. There are shad vikaras which happens to an object: asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, and vinashyati. These are shad vikaras. Nirodha of 5 vrittis: abhyasa, viveka khyati. What is abhyasa? Viveka khyati. Effort to stay in sthiti. Sthiti means being peaceful, peace of mind. Vairagya is essential. Vairagya we are discussing, avoiding or desisting from worldly attachments or practices. So in Vairagya, there is something called Chitta Nadi, river of mind. It either flows towards welfare, Kalyana Bahati, which will happen because of Viveka Khyati and Viveka Srota. Viveka Srota means flow towards welfare. Abhyasa of Viveka enables free flow of Kalyana. Then there is Papa Vahati, flow towards vice. mind current of bhoga, of vairagya of worldly pleasures, can break the flow towards vice. Samsara Visheshrota. Is then Drudabhumi. What is Drudabhumi? Dirgha Kala, long practice, Nairantarya, continuous practice, Satkara, practice of virtue, happens a solid foundation. What is Satkara? Practice of virtue. It is again tapas. Tapas means purity of mind. There is a lot of things in here. Purity of mind, abiding by truth, speaking truth, acting truthfully, restraining mind from flowing towards adharma, sense control, control of body, mind, senses, doing pure acts through them, learning and teaching of Veda and allied texts, live as per Sanatana Dharma, ability to bear equanimously joy and sorrow, heat and cold, pain and pleasure, praise and insults. This is tapas. Then brahmacharya, shraddha, vidya. What is vidya? Learning and teaching of scriptures. This is satkara. Vishaya, drishta, that which is seen, perceived through sense organs like women, food, drinks, wealth, pride, position, etc. And then there is anushravika. Anushravika is that which is heard through scriptures like about heaven. Divya, divine experiences. And adivya, normal, gross, real world experiences. Mundane things. Defects. What are the defects? Temporariness, changingness, and cause sorrow in the end. 4 stages of vairagyam are there. Yatamana sanya, vairagya with effort. Then Vaitireka sanya, vairagya when convinced. One is convinced. Then Ekendriya sanya, when all the sensory organs listen to the intellect, this is called Ekendriya sanya. Then Vashikara sanya, this is what we have studied in Yogasutra. Vashikara sanya, Sutra number 1.15. Now we are coming to Sutra number 1.16. Sutra number 1.16, Patanjali Yogasutra. Avataranика, Bhoja Vritti. We have talked about Vairagya. So, Bhoja Vritti says, Tasyaiva Visheshamaha. We are going to speak about special form of that Vairagya. We have talked about Vairagya. Now we are going to talk about special form of that Vairagya. What is that special form? We'll see Sutra number 1.16. Tat param Purusha Khyate Gunavaitrishnam. What the meaning of this is? With the dawn of Atma Jnana, Purusha Khyati, the craving towards gunas, sattva, rajas and tamo gunas becomes absent. That is called Paravairagya, supreme dispassion. So what this is, we will see. Before that, we will chant this sutra 5 times. Repeat after me. Tat param Purusha Khyate Gunavaitrishnam. Tat param Purusha Khyate Gunavaitrishnam. Tat param Purushakhyatair Gunavaitrishnam. Tatparam Purushakhyatair Gunavaitrishnam. Tatparam Purushakhyatair Gunavaitrishnam. Okay. So we'll see, we'll go towards the meaning of it. What is the Vyasa Bhashya on this? So Vyasa Bhashya, I will read out. You need not read this out, and then I'll give the English explanation of this. Drushta Anushravika Vishaya Dosha Darshi Viraktaha Purusha Darshana Abhyasa Tat Shuddhi Praviveka Apyayita Buddhihi Gunebhyo Vyakta Avyakta Dharmakebhyo Virakta Iti Tad Dvayam Vairagyam Tatra Yaduttaram Tad Jnana Prasada Matram Yasyodaye Sati Yogi Pratyudita Khyatirevam Manyate Praptam Prapaniyam Kshinaha Kshetavyaha Kleshaha Chinnaha Shlishta Parva Bhava Sankramaha Yasya Vicheda Janitva Mriyate Cha Jayata Iti Jnanasyaiva Parakashta Vairagyam Etasyaiva Hi Na Antariyakam Kaivalyam Iti. So what this means, we will see. Yoga means Vritti Nirodha, that we have seen. Containment of the modifications of the mind is called Vritti Nirodha, and that is called yoga. To achieve that, Vairagya is essential. When a sadhaka attains Atma Darshana, and a sadhaka attains, yogi attains Atma Darshana, he or she will rise above the craving for Sattva, Rajas and Tamo Gunas. This is called Paravairagya, supreme dispassion. So what that is, I further explain. Aparavairagya means it is the Vairagya which we talked about. One becomes dispassionate about the Drushta and Anushravika. Drushta is the seen. We have seen what is Drushta, and we have seen what is Anushravika, heard things. For example, you must have heard about heaven by the scriptures. So you might be having craving for that. And then there is Drushta about what is there in this world. Women, food, alcohol, all these things. So Drushta and Anushravika, if one is dispassionate towards them, why one should be dispassionate? These Drushta and Anushravika are the cause of karma bandhana. These are modifications of Prakriti. If one becomes dispassionate towards Drushta and Anushravika, then one is in Apara Vairagya. Apara Vairagya and Para Vairagya, what is the difference is? Apara Vairagya is dispassion towards the manifest world. Manifest world is the Karya. Okay, Karya, the effect. Para Vairagya is dispassion towards the Mula Prakriti, which is the Karana, which is the cause of manifest world. One should have dispassion towards both Karya and Karana. Otherwise, one is not eligible for liberation. Craving for Karya and Karana. As long as one has craving for the manifest world, Sambhuti, Karyam, and also for the cause of the world, Karanam, Asambhuti, Mula Prakriti, then that one will be caught in repeated birth, death, karma, pain, pleasure, cycle. That person cannot be on the path of moksha. Aparavairagya is knowing the defects in the worldly pleasures. This is at the knowledge level. Paravairagya is knowing the supreme quality of Atma Swarupa and knowing the defects in the gunas. That means the gunas are in the mind, and I know that my mind consists of such and such guna. My defects are this. I know and I discard the gunas, and I am situated in the Atma Swarupa, in my own consciousness, awareness. That is Paravairagya. Paravairagya is superior to Aparavairagya. On attaining Paravairagya, yogi feels that I have attained what is to be attained. I am fulfilled. There is nothing more to be attained. Whatever negatives like avidya, which needs to be destroyed, has been destroyed. The avidya, due to which repeated birth and death karma cycle happens, that cycle has been stopped. So these three are important. Knows, the yogi knows that I have attained what is to be attained. I have destroyed what negativities that has to be destroyed. And I know for sure that my avidya is also destroyed, and there is no more repeated birth and death life cycle. This is the realization of the yogi once he attains Paravairagya. What is Paravairagya? The peak of wisdom is Paravairagya. One knows clearly that I am consciousness, I am awareness. One knows the difference between consciousness and jada, and one is firmly situated in the consciousness. When this knowledge, this wisdom goes deep, it leads to Paravairagya. And what is the fruit of Paravairagya? Is Kaivalya, aloneness or liberation. Fruit of Paravairagya is liberation, mukti, moksha. Liberation, salvation, nirvana, whatever you want to call it. So without Vairagya, you cannot be mukta. So that concludes today's discussion on the Paravairagya, the Sutra number 1.16. So today's meditation is contemplate on what we have studied. Close your eyes, sit comfortably, relaxedly. In your mind, bring what we have read just now and try to understand, contemplate and understand. How it applies to you, you find out. Open your eyes. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Prasad ji, just to clarify whether maybe I'm thinking on the right side or perhaps not. So the apara vairagya. So that's about that's where we are getting dispassionate towards the defects of material pleasures or the world, the manifest world. And then on top of that, you have or other there is para vairagya, which is greater than apara vairagya, which is looking at being dispassionate towards the core prakriti, which is, or rather the elements of prakriti, which is sattva, rajas, and tamogunas. Actually, gunas is the right term. So,
not dispassion towards them.
Okay.
It is passion towards consciousness.
Consciousness. Okay. So is it like we are sort of becoming aware at two different levels? One is at a physical level, and then the para vairagya focuses on the actual root cause of what happens at the physical level.
Yes, correct.
Okay, then that's what I wanted to clarify about the linkages, just to get the pattern correct. Thank you so much.
One is the karya and another is the karana. One is the effect and another is the cause. The manifest world is the effect and the Moola Prakriti is the cause.
Okay, and since para vairagya hits at the cause itself, so it is greater than only chasing the effect.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So let us close the session. Put Namaskara Mudra. Close your eyes. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Repeat after me. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am pure consciousness. Shivaswarupi. Shivoham. 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you very much. See you next weekend.